Well, good morning. It's a Sunday, nice and peaceful. And today I just want to talk to you about my Western Union story and how Western Union blacklisted me for doing absolutely nothing wrong. But before we start, as always, I'd like you to subscribe, share, like, comment, tell a joke. That's fine. My next video that I'm going to make later today is about a website that can help you tackle scammers as well. Now, there's lots of scammers from India call centers and from Nigeria through emails, etc. And this website can actually track the IP address, the address of the computer that the person is using to send you all the information to try and get money from you. And there you can actually see the IP address, the location, the kind of device they are using is actually a really good one. I'm going to make that a little bit later today after a bit more research. But now, let's get straight to the video, Western Union. Before we actually get to the story of Western Union, you need the backstory. Now, way back in 2000, I was working like most people, and I had an opportunity to invest in two companies in China. Now, remember, this is round about 2000. One was Alibaba, and the other one was Tencent. Now, at those times, no one knew anything about it. No one knew anything about Jack Ma. But my link from HSBC said this is going to be a really good investment. Now, I'm a person who is not into investments and don't really understand the financial world, to be really honest. But it seemed like a big potential. And it took me about 5 or 6 months of doing research related to this. Now, remember the year 2000, the internet was incredibly slow, not much information, especially coming from China, where Alibaba and Tencent are. In the end, I did, and I invested. And every year, they sort of pay dividends, and I just kept that money rolling because it seemed to be doing quite well. So well, in fact, round about 2012, I actually retired. Now, 2012, I was 44 years old because of these two big investments, and it was quite a large amount of money, I must admit, could actually support me for the rest of my life. And again, according to accountants and pension fund managers, like friends that I knew throughout the years, I said, you can quite easily do this. Excuse me. So I took early retirement because I could, because of these two investments. Now, these companies, obviously in China, it's actually pretty hard to get money out of China to where you're living in the world. Now, before I was based in the Philippines, so quite simply, you could do it through PayPal, and that wasn't any problem at all. And I had a financial agent in Hong Kong, stroke Shenzhen, blah, 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 like that, who could do all this for me for a certain commission, and it would go directly to the bank. Hey, easy, no problem. If I cut a long story short, I moved to Cambodia. And in Cambodia, there's no PayPal, which is a great shame, but there is Western Union. And for, I could say, 2 years with Western Union, no problem. Every month, I would go to Western Union with a tracking number, with the money that my financial agent sent, went to the bank, they gave me cash. You could say, my pension, my retirement. But suddenly, 2 years ago, 2018, it actually was in April time, I went into the bank with all the necessary requirements, and they said my transaction was on hold. And I sort of questioned it and said, why? And they say, you need to contact Western Union. Now, contacting Western Union in a country where it really doesn't have a Western Union office is really difficult. So I contacted my financial agent in China and said, can you, because you sent the money. Cutting a long story short, they said, we have blacklisted you both, not just me, but also my financial agent who even worked for HSBC for a long time, said, because it's suspicious activities. We sent all the information to Western Union about this is my pension, this is why we're using your transaction. We have spent thousands of dollars actually with the actual Western Union fees. And they gave me no reason at all, no viable reason, because we sent them the information. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not scammers. It's coming from A and it's going to B and it's always the same. You can go and check. Please go to the office, send the authorities to the office in China and even to here to show that everything is actually correct. There's nothing illegal going on. It's just my pension coming in. But Western Union is like this, eyes wide shut, absolutely pointless. And it was just like talking to a robot because it was scripted. You couldn't ask about the policy over the phone, but you could go to the terms and conditions, but you didn't know which policy they were talking about. I can understand that financial corporations like Western Union have to be really careful because there are scam artists who, or people who do illegal activities through Western Union, but I would say less nowadays because they possibly go through Bitcoin. But it was just blacklisted and they didn't give the agent or me in any language any reason. So they just shut us down, blacklisted. Frustrating? Yeah. Defeated? Hell no. Western Union is a little bit old-fashioned, and yes, possibly if you use it once or twice a year, it's fine. But you're doing it on a monthly or bi-monthly basis, they sort of get suspicious. And again, closed us down. How did I survive? Well, quite simply, I would say many thanks to Tencent for WeChat Money. I would also like to thank Alibaba for their payment system as well, called Alipay. And because of the country that I'm in and the strong connection, it's quite easy and a lot cheaper, can I say, excuse me, a lot cheaper to get my pension, the money that I deserve, into my hands. So for Western Union, absolutely useless, and digression of information is terrible, really bad. And I repeat, I can understand why they did it. But when we gave them the evidence, it was still like they weren't listening. It was like their ears are closed and they're just reading a script. You could say actually like a scammer. So again, Western Union, really bad. I know this happened 2 years ago, but I wanted to share the story because I was actually inspired by a video I saw here on YouTube called Pleasant Green. And if you haven't watched this guy, he is actually amazing and inspired in a lot of ways. Now, I'm going through his channel at the moment, and wow, that's a good recommendation. An inspiring video or YouTube maker. Really cool guy. Western Union, I'm sorry. Get a life. Sort it out. Get to the 21st century. You're stuck in the 19th century. Hey, have a happy day. A little bit later on, I'm going to do a video today about Grabify, where you can check other people's IP address. I think that one's going to be quite interesting, but I'm going to spend most of the day researching it. Be good to each other, stay safe, wash your hands, stay at home, and hopefully this will all be over soon. Bye-bye for now.